While you were watching something else yesterday, Juan Soto arrived in Tampa. A full season, no midseason trade. He's in the American League. He's ready to dominate. We'll talk about expectations for him in a moment. But yes, he arrived. Yes, microphones and cameras were rolling because all eyes are on the new left-handed hitting power acquisition, the damage he can do in that stadium. Oh, my heavens. Look, for me, the expectations are sky high for this guy. And I think they are for New York as well. All over the back page, the headlines, power's on. Finally, somebody else to help share the burden between Judge and Stanton. I don't know that we could put the bar high enough. He's in a walk year. It's all seemingly aligning for a big year for Juan Soto, who had this to say, welcoming himself to Yankee land.
It's very exciting. It's really nice to be here and share locker rooms with those guys. It's just incredible. Amazing organization. How far it's going has just been great. It's been a great feeling, great start for me. I think we're in a good spot right now. Any spot I'm going to be, I think it's going to be fun. As the lineup what we have is just a big and deep lineup that we have. So any part of the lineup that I hit, I'm going to be fine with it. We're going to get to know the Yankees organization and the city and how it is to play in New York and to see it and make the decision there. For me, I'm just focusing on 24. I'm here to play baseball. I'm focusing on playing this year and try to win as much as we can and bring a championship to New York.
All right, two things away with that. One, the walk and text at the same time. First of all, I have no friends, so I don't think I've ever done that.
Couldn't do it. I have one thing before your real point.
I don't walk and text because I don't have that many people to communicate with.
He's different, though, man. He's wearing a T-shirt with his own name on it.
Yeah, that's okay.
He's wearing a shirt that says Juan Soto, baseball player, and it's got a picture of himself.
Right. Now, the second takeaway is just my projection and what this guy's able to do on a baseball field. This is an absolute, in my opinion, right now is perfect fit for the New York Yankees and Juan Soto. Look, there's some people out there that don't believe Yankee Stadium or Philadelphia or Boston can beat a player down because they can. Not this dude. I think he is in such a silo himself when he comes to his individual kind of work and what he wants to do. Nothing's going to bother him. You put this dude in Yankee Stadium. I'm not talking short porch or anything else. This dude is going to hit and then hit some more. And if you look up at his numbers just at 2023, 162 games because he played them all. He posts. I don't know if we can say that necessarily about every Yankee over the past few years that they post. And this dude's going to sit in that lineup and just absolutely rake this year.
Agreed.
He's going to rake this year.
Agreed. Well
I might
said.
put him in the MVP category up top and say everybody else is going to finish second.
Let's talk about that then. Let's hit you with the board. The odds to win American League MVP. These are current odds according to BetMGM. And you have Soto as the second shortest shot on the board, only to his teammate Aaron Judge.
So I guess I wasn't that far off.
You know, you're really not. And at plus 600, again, that's second shortest. But, and I never advocate playing favorites on these things, but I'm with you. I think Soto is primed to have a monster season. Sure, you can make case for anybody else here, but Soto grabs our attention. And I will go to what you didn't go to. That's the short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium. He's going to rake there. He drove in 109 runs in San Diego, and he led the league in walks.
Yeah, but my point with the short porch is because I think too many times the Yankees over the years, they've looked for that left-handed pull hitter, which means they're not good hitters. You know what I'm saying? So that's all they talked about was the porch. This dude can leave anywhere. I mean, he proved that in San Diego, right? He can go left field line, he can go right field line, it doesn't matter. This guy can hit, and he's going to sit in the batter's box. If it's not a strike, he's going to take it. He's going to end up on first base. He'll take his walks. This dude's going to have a monster year.
Agree. I also think that in that lineup, with all the protection, and it's not like he played in the middle of a soft lineup in San Diego, right. Also a good lineup. But look at this. Look at the brand name star power sizzle in this lineup. And if some guy goes cold or some four guys go cold, it doesn't give you as much pause as it would anywhere else. And there's one name I call your attention to. We've got him penciled in at DH, batting 7th, which I think is too low. This is just a guess again. And that's the newer, thinner, slimmer, leaner Giancarlo Stanton. Did you see the social media images? Who's the young kid standing with Aaron Judge? That's Stanton, who has said he wants to get back to looking like a baseball player. Check it out from Brian Hoke, who covers the Yankees on MLB.com. Giancarlo Stanton said he focused on this offseason to be a lot more movement-based, got to change up the whole arsenal. He said the results will allow him to be a baseball player again. That is great news for Yankee fans. One more tweet from Chris Kirshner, Giancarlo Stanton on Brian Cashman's offseason comments about getting injured being a part of his game. Quote, he knows my reaction to that. He added that he's okay with Cashman today. We're led to believe that they had a conversation and that they've kind of asked some questions to one another and straightened it all out. Maybe not a coincidence that Stanton's come into camp looking a little different. I think it's a nice thing for the Yankees.
Look, here's the deal. When the Yankees went and got him, right, after his 59 campaign down in Miami, he played 150-some games for the Yankees and threw up some numbers. Yeah. And I think what has happened over time is there's a frustration because his lack of playing 140 games, 150 games a year, because if he plays 140 or 150 games a year, he's going to mash. It's just kind of what he's done. And the sleeper is his 162-game average. It's 42-109. I'm not looking at him to play 162 games. But if I can play 140 and have him hit me 35 homers,
sure,
that's what I'm signing up for. And I think maybe that's just a little frustration on Cashman's side of things. Because, look, when you play 139, okay, I'll take that. Because that's still what I'm talking about, the 35-97. But the 110 and the 101 in the last 2 years, that's not kind of what you sign up for. If you get him out there 140 times, the dude's going to put up numbers because that's just what he does.
Yep, agreed. Staying healthy, the key.
What's the key to keeping guys healthy?
Well, we're not sure what that key is, Harold, but Giancarlo Stanton thinks perhaps a leaner physique is a step toward that. More movement-based offseason, more flexibility. We hear a lot about guys who undertake Pilates in an off-season where they try to get back to that kind of physique. And whatever Giancarlo Stanton has done, we hope that it's good for him. So before we move off of the Yankees altogether, we have, this.
Oh, man, this is terrible.
Why?
News. Terrible.
Why is it terrible? It's Gleyber Torres rocking a nasty Nestor-style mustache. The Zorro brothers, we could call them. Remember the days when you couldn't do that in Yankee land? I guess we're all good with facial hair now. And we just thought we'd put it up there. No thoughts. No goods, no bads. It's just, Gleyber Torres and a mustache.
I certainly have no thoughts.
Yeah, no. Let's go to something which is probably more interesting, and that's that Mike Trout is in Angels camp in Tempe. And Mike, of course, leading the charge for the Halos and had some comments yesterday about all the rumors last year and in this offseason about being traded and his thoughts.
I think the biggest thing right now is I think the easy way out is just ask for a trade. There might be a time, maybe. I really haven't thought about this, but, when I signed that contract, I'm loyal. I want to win the championship here. And the overall picture of winning a championship or getting to the playoffs here is bigger satisfaction bailing out and just taking the easy way out. So I think that's been my mindset. Maybe down the road if something's changed, but that's been my mindset ever since the trade speculations, came up.
Another new manager for Mike in Anaheim with Ron Washington taking over, new coaching staff, etc. He wants to be an Angel. He wants to stay there. I personally, and you hear it a lot out there, I hate the argument, and I'm going to make some fans upset. I hate this, the Angels have wasted Mike Trout argument. Because when you say that, do you think the Angels are trying to waste Mike Trout? They've tried to put the best cast around him that they can.
Right.
Perry Manassian, I think, has done a really good job the last couple of years under strange kind of circumstances to try to build a cast around him, knowing that there are some real payroll considerations there because Mike's making a lot of money. Anthony Rendon's making a lot of money. They had the Shohei distraction for a long time. Would they be able to retain him or not? They want to win.
Right.
So, you know, look, Mike's a part of that. He hasn't been able to stay healthy the last couple of years. Not his fault because of injuries. Taylor Ward's back in the lineup. He missed second half of the season because he's hurt. And the Angels are going to go as far as the young guys, Shanaway, Neto, and Ohapi are going to take them.
Right. And right now on paper and in the stages of the careers that these guys are in, that's not going to get it done. The way I'm sitting here just looking at that. That's not jumping off. We put up the Braves lineup a little bit ago. You go, wow. We put up the Dodgers lineup. I'm not asking them to be that, but to me right now, that's not there. Now, to your point about they wasted Trout's time. Didn't they go out there and they trifected on MVPs, right? Josh Albert joined them, right?
Right.
So that didn't work. They went and got Ohtani. They brought Rendon into the mix. Trout's still there. You got probably a 3-4-5 or a 2-3-4. However you want to slice it up, if they're on the field and they're right, that's as good as anybody else's. That didn't work either. So I'm with you on that. They're not wasting Trout's career. It's a shame because we look back at the numbers today. 2014 was Mike Trout's playoff season. He had 4 at-bats a game against the Royals when he got swept. 12 at-bats in the postseason, 2014. Now, if you want to say it's a shame that we haven't seen Mike Trout in the playoffs, I can agree with that. But they're not going out there just say, yeah, let's just sign Mike Trout to an awful lot of money, keep him here, make him happy, and then just lose. That's not the game plan.
Yeah, you're right.
It just hasn't worked so far.
5th manager in the last 6 years for Mike.